Hi, I'm Tom Buthnott, and we're going to talk for 5 minutes about Microsoft Teams and all the different clients and how we use them. And I'm here with
Sigi. Hi. So Tom, Teams client, yeah? So how do you use Teams?
Yeah.
What client do you use?
So I use Teams a lot. I live mostly on the mobile client actually, because I'm out and about at various customers. So I use iOS, so I have the iOS client, also use the Windows client, and because I'm in lots of customer tenants, I actually have individual browsers set up for my different guest tenants, so I'm in multiple tenants at the same time quite often.
So what kind of browser do you use?
So actually, I used to use Chrome, but I've just switched to the Edge beta browser now that it's beta, and I've found that's really performant. That's been good.
Yeah. So you open different browser windows in private mode, and then you can log into different Teams.
Yeah, both Chrome and the Edge beta, the new Edge, allow profiles. So I actually have a profile for my customers, and I run them. And I've written a script as well on my blog for automatically generating essentially Chrome apps, Chrome windows for each tenant.
Okay.
You can switch in Teams between customers, but I find because I'm in and out of so many different sessions with different customers, I like having them all running side by side.
Side by side, yeah. Well, I'm using Firefox, and there's an add-in called Containers.
Oh yeah, so
that does the same thing,
concept,
yeah. So it doesn't really matter what browser you use. But to be honest, I'm like a desktop guy, yeah. I'm that old, yeah. I love my Windows, yeah. So I put everything on my desktop.
Yeah.
So I'm using the Teams app, of course, on my desktop. But what I got, like, I also use iOS, the Teams app, and that's awesome. It switches very fast between the tenants. The performance is awesome, yeah. And I also see some feature disparity, yeah. Some features are in the mobile client that aren't in the desktop client, and
yeah.
So I got a feeling like the desktop client is like slower, and it's a big thing.
Yeah, we've heard that feedback. So the mobile client teams are doing an amazing job. They're bringing out features very quickly, and they use some clever caching, clever technology on mobile to make them feel very rapid and responsive. The desktop client uses a framework called Electron, which is a developer framework that hosts a web app essentially. And definitely that has some performance overhead with it. So you should see reasonable performance out of it, and if you're not, you should definitely talk to your IT pro or raise tickets on Microsoft. But the mobile clients are so well coded, they definitely kind of a little bit put the desktop to shame in terms of how responsive they are.
Yeah, that's true, yeah. Well, so Electron is the overhead here, the problem, what you see that might be causing the issue that it's slower.
Definitely, it's so the mobile clients can do some clever caching and other bits and pieces. The Electron framework is the same thing Yammer uses, the same thing Visual Studio Code uses, and it's GitHub who manage Electron. It's an open source framework, and obviously Microsoft now own GitHub, so it's in favour with Microsoft. But I know they're working hard to make the desktop performance more and more snappy.
Okay, yeah. Well, for me, it's the biggest problem I think is tenant switching, because I'm a consultant. I work with many clients, so I have like a full list of different tenants, and mobile switches are very quick, and with Windows, you have to log in partly again, and it's not so great.
No, consultants take the brunt of the pain. If you're a customer, you're maybe bringing people into your tenant like outside consultants. Correct. If you're a consultant, you're working with 5 or 6 customers, you do switch a lot, and you definitely feel that pain more. Hopefully that'll improve over time.
So we're the 2%.
Are
the customers that never will change the tenant at all. Yeah.
No, if you look at the stats, most big customers will be bringing people into their teams rather than switching out. So definitely we feel the pain a little bit more than your typical customer. But I agree, it's an area for improvement, I think.
So let's talk about new features. So what's out there?
Yeah, so the biggest new feature coming up is the private channels. So there's not much detail yet, but private channels has been the hottest, most highly rated feature on the user voice for absolutely ages.
Well, I guess it's also my problem. Yeah, you can create a channel, but everybody that's member of the team gets automatically access. So private channel, I would expect something like you can have a subset of people that that are included in the channel.
Yeah, it's a common requirement. I just want to have this separate area as part of a team that has separate information in. So that's the big one coming.
And there's another big one, or there's another client coming. Yeah,
just at time of recording, this got confirmed by Microsoft. So there is a Linux client in the works.
Wow.
So previously on Linux, you had to have a web client. You'd use the web app, but now they're going to write a genuine client for Linux. Which again shows how cross-platform Microsoft are being. Like there is a customer demand there, and they're going to meet that demand.
Absolutely. Wow, that's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think we're less than 2 months away from Ignite at time of recording, so hopefully we'll see more about the Linux client, the private channels, some of the other bits coming up to Ignite, so stay tuned, I think, for the information there.
Absolutely. Thanks for watching.
Thanks.